Namaste everyone. I am Indramani Dhakal, scholar of TVET batch 2020 of Kathmandu University School of Education. Today we are going to organize a webinar that is TVET for career growth. In this webinar, I would like to welcome our respected Professor Maisnath Parazuli sir, Dean of Kathmandu University School of Education, Professor Manaprasad Wagle sir, Lakshman Acharya sir, and our Professor Jiva Raj Bazicharya sir, who is the coordinator of MTVET as well, and my fellow MTVET scholars of 2018, 2019, and 2020 batch, and the valuable participants who have accepted our invitation and have joined the webinar with us. Today we are having a sharing session of our experiences and the impact of this MTVET on our professional career, so that it would be fruitful and informative to those who are planning to join the MTVET for their career growth as well. Talking about myself, I was a purely science background student, and I have been working in a TVET school for 5 years. And in these working years, several times I realized the need of appropriate leadership, management, and the resources in the TVET sector of Nepal as well. So, as we know that there are many areas of improvement in the TVET sector that we can contribute to. So, this course can fulfill each of our dreams of becoming a leader, manager, and the researcher in the field of TVET, in my opinion. So, continuing on the today's session, I would like to invite our Professor Dr. Maisnath Parazuli, Dean of Kathmandu University School of Education, to provide his welcome remarks. He was the pioneer person in starting the MTVET course at Kathmandu University, and also is involving as a faculty to MTVET students and share his knowledge and experiences to us as well. So I would like to request our Maisnath Parazuli sir to present his welcome remarks for this webinar.
Okay, thank you, Indra. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. And also, let me thanks all friends who contributed to organize this program. This is one of our characteristic of the nature of our School of Education, Kathmandu University, is to give opportunity to our students so that they could get exposure, they could participate in such program. So this classroom learning is not the only learning avenues which we practice. We practice several such activities that allow our students and of course ourselves, while we interact with each others, not only with our students and I can see that in this program also now there are other people as well. So it's a sharing session, it's a learning session. Thank you everyone for organizing this program. And let me welcome all the participants here. I can see that some participants are our ongoing students, or some are our graduates, and I also see that some people are new names for me. There might be, of course, the already working person, and I hope that some of them might be the potential students also. Anyway, and also faculty, there are faculties including Manasar. I was not aware that Manasar will also be here. Thank you, sir. Thank you for being here. Okay, now, so let me briefly touch upon the topics that we are going to discuss upon. So we will, of course, listen the papers that we'll be presenting here. And I forgot to say thanks to three of our presenters. One is Natali. Thank you, Natali, from agreeing to present. So hopefully your presentation will motivate others. to join not only this program, but to contribute to act upon as a TVET person. And the Indra, thank you so much for being this running this program. And I'm sorry, I forgot who are other two. Lakshmi? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
One is Lakshmi.
And another is Raju, sir.
Yeah, okay. So thank you so much, all of you. Okay, we generally used to say the TVET is employment oriented. Of course, this is true. As we can see, it is skills oriented, it is technique oriented, and this skill based person, human resource are the most required, most demanded human resource in national development. Of course, this doesn't mean that other sectors that we generally say, generally from those who come from non-skill or general education background, are also equally important. But because of nature of job, the large number of skilled resources are very important. So we know, I'm sure most of you know about when we talk about the skills, we generally, we need to understand, okay, the hard skills, like how to do, let's say, the electric wiring. And a person who goes for electric wiring must also know about what we used to say the soft skills, how to communicate with his or her client properly, how to do some simple, at least simple calculation, how to work in team. So a combination of hard and soft skills is very important in order to be claimed that, okay, a skilled person can get employment in a better way. As we know, the skill education, skill focused education, talking about formal education, it begins from somewhere at the school level, generally towards the secondary level, and it goes up to the higher education. And we are now, when we say the technical and vocational education, we are generally concerned with middle levels and maybe the lower than the middle level, that we generally call it, at least in the case of Nepal, diploma. And then the other term now, they also used to say the pre-diploma or the TEX. So we know Nepal's situation. Our people are going to abroad for work, and Nepali industries are bringing people from outside the country. So we can see the irony. We are not able to give job to our people. So we export them instead of exporting some products or some services. We export people, and then we import skilled persons from other countries. So definitely, then TVET, we can see how TVET is important in order to skill the country, or in order to skill the national development process. So while talking about the importance of TVET in employment, it is not automatic that we go to TVET sector and get employment, and we pass the degree after some years or months, and then we get the employment. It is, of course, not that simple. There are so many things that we need to consider. Something like competency. Are our TVET graduate competent in their work? And whether the skills they get are relevant to the industry sector? And do they do they use the latest technology? And what happens that we know, many of you know, this term skills mismatch. The skills our graduates learn during their training might not be demanded at all when they go to the labor market, or it might be that the skills might be outdated. The development of technology has been quite fast these days. There are so many things: digital technology, robotics. There are innumerable technology, and our technical schools or technical institutions are somehow they lag behind in adopting in latest technology. So the whole thing is very complex. This is not very simple. We shouldn't the whole thing as okay, you go to TVET and you get the employment. Of course, if from a personal point of view it is so, it might be seen as so, but looking from a systemic perspective, it is so complex. So we need to see the whole thing in totality. And this is how, or this is why we design and we began this program, Master in Technical and Vocational Education and Training. So here you do not learn the skill itself. Of course, some of you come from different skill background, but what is this? The importance of this program is that be able to see the whole sector from a holistic perspective. How to know about the forward and backward linkages of the TVET sector, how to manage, how to plan, which particular skills are important, are in demand in the industry sectors. So this particular program, we designed this particular program with the main purpose of preparing our young people, or not only to say young only, as some of our graduates are adults. It's very good that our students group are so varied. Anyway, the emphasis that I'm trying to keep here is this particular program prepares students to be able to see the sector from a wider perspective, in totality or in holistic perspective. Okay, after this very brief observations, let me welcome you all here. And let me once again thanks to those who have particularly participated in one way or other way in this program. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for sharing your opening remarks. That has gave the certain output of our outline of our program as well. And as talking about our program, it is the beauty of MTVET is that we have variety of students. As in some of the program, for example, in some of the degrees, there are homogeneous type of students, but in our MTVET program, we have heterogeneous type of students. We have civil engineers, we have science MSc students, we have MBA students, we have BSc AG students, and all those things. So the good and the beauty of this MTVET course is we have heterogeneous nature of participants in the course as well. So talking about going over the further in the session, I would like to invite Ms. Lakshmi Gimire, who is the MTVET batch 2020 and who is working as a program manager at Nepalese Foundation and has done her MBA, EMBA degree and has joined MTVET program in Kathmandu University School of Education. Now I would like to request Lakshmi Gimire to share her sharings. Thank you.
Thank you, Indraji. Am I audible to everybody?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much, Indraji. Thank you very much for moderating. Namaste and good evening, everybody. I am Lakshmi Limire, working in Nepal Youth Foundation as a program manager in vocational education program. On behalf of our batch MTVET 2020, I would like to thank Kusod for providing us this platform to share something about Tibet education. It's a very delightful moment to be here in this webinar with you all. Also, I would like to thank our Dean Sir, Mr. Mahesh Nath Parajuli, and the Lilam team for introducing this Masters in Technical and Vocational Education and Training. Out of whole South Asia, only Kusod has this program, and I am proud scholar of it. The topic for today is MTVET for Career Growth, and I am here to speak about what makes me choose this course. For this, I need to go a little back. While I was doing my MBA, I came to know about the cumulary issue that was back in 2011. I hope all of you are aware about this social issue. I decided to do my thesis in the topic related to freed cumulary. Then for the first time, I heard TVET because many freed cumulary girls were provided long-term and short-term training sponsored by various government and non-government agencies. We used to hear the name of CTVT in radio and television, like CTVT Dwara Manyata Prapta, something like that. But I was totally unaware and unknown about how it has been contributing to support the national issue. During my thesis process, I realized what Tibet means and how it has been transforming somebody's life. This series of incidents somehow was fascinating me towards Tibet. Then I thought MBA was not something I wanted in my career, but it was already late because I have already completed my thesis. Immediately after summation, I started to explore about Tibet because I was very keen to know about this Tibet sector. Meanwhile, I was working in an IT company, which was totally against my interest and aptitude. The passion to work with underprivileged youth was running inside me, and fortunately, I got an opportunity to join an NGO who had been working with youths and children for many years. I joined as an assistant and still associated with Nepal Youth Foundation. I was happy, I got a dream job, but sad at the same time because I had no any knowledge in this particular field, and gradually I was keen to give more and more in this field. As you all are aware, 40% of total population are youth in our country. However, when we talk about education, less than one-third student could manage to reach until SEE. That is, they can't go for 11th grade. However, here we can assume majority of the youth gets dropped out in secondary education. In one hand, they don't have the formal education, and on the other hand, they don't have the skill. Yet they are forced to go in the labor market, no choice at all, and they end up either to Indian labor market or they go to Middle East, or they stay unemployed in the country. And another disheartening issue is among those who goes to overseas for employment, less than 2% are skilled, and large number of unskilled youth are jumping to foreign land with high dream of earning quality life, security, future security, and quality education of the children. However, due to lack of their their income is very low, sufficient enough to earn bread for their family only. And at the end, all their effort by working far from the family does not even help them to come out of the poverty. This reality did strike my mind. That is why I think vocational education could be for those who had not got the opportunity. And we as the Tibet leader should own that capacity to drive this sector. Yes, I found a platform to work on this issue, but I was not capable enough to handle this. I lacked the knowledge, vision, and skill to change. This reality encouraged me to explore for the education related to Tibet. And while exploring, I found this course and the content were exactly what I wanted to enhance my capacity to lead the Tibet program. I believe this course will fulfill the gap of my knowledge and skill of effective implementation of Tibet program. Now it's been a year we are enrolled in this course, and I'm proud to share that I have already experienced changes in me. At the same time, I'm enjoying my job too, and this course has increased the quality of my work, developing a leadership quality in me as well. Also, this sector requires research professional, which is less compared to other sector, and we have been given more and more focus on research as well in this MTVET course. Um, there are various NGOs and INGOs working for underprivileged youth in this TVET sector, equally committed, equally motivated to change the life of needy people, doing a phenomenal job. They are TVET leaders who have been contributing for the country's poverty reduction and employment among youth through TVET. This sector has been led by the people from social and management background, social science background and management background. I'm not doubting these magical leaders, yet the lack of detailed knowledge and ideas, or you can say expertise, have been playing a major setback to fulfill the objective, which has been planned by those initiatives of different organizations from different authorities. And this is why I think the gap is there between the TVET leaders and the MTVET could be the right breeze for all the people like me. Lastly, I'd like to say joining MTVET in Kathmandu University is the best decision, and in fact, progressive decision so far I have made in my life. And I'm sure there are many such people like me who are committed toward changing life of thousands of people through TVET, searching a right approach, searching a right direction. I would like to say, no doubt, MTVET will clear the hurdles we're having in our professional life as a TVET leader. Thank you very much. Thank you, Indraji.
Okay, thank you, Lakshmiji, for sharing your experiences, how you come to join MTVET and how it has been developing your career and your professional life as well. Moving towards our webinar, we have many. I have already talked that we have varieties of students in our program. As Lakshmiji has told that she has done her MBA, EMBA, and has joined MTVET program. Similarly, we have some of the BSc Agriculture graduates in our program as well, who has joined MTVET and are satisfied with the course, which it has developed them, making their career as well as their professional, enhancing their professional life as well. So going forward, I'd like to request Ms. Richa Khadka for sharing her experiences regarding her enrollment in MTVET as well as her professional background, what she has been doing, and what the MTVET has done in her life, in her professional career.
Thank you so much, sir. Am I audible?
Yeah, yes, you are audible.
Okay, let me begin. Good evening, everyone. I am Richa Khadka, currently working in Value Chain Development Project, and I am an MTVET Scholar of 2020 batch. I have completed my Bachelor in Agriculture. Now let me share how I joined the MTVET course and what changes it has given in my career. I have joined this program with various expectations to be a good researcher and broaden my knowledge on the TVET issues. And being from a technical background, that is, I am from agriculture, I understood agriculture is one of the key dimensions of TVET sector. Being an agriculture, we have to deal mainly with the research things, training, curriculum, along with the soft skills also. And practically, while working at local level, we have to coordinate, collaborate with different stakeholders. For example, we have to give trainings to the farmers, and this course taught me many forms of theory that we can combine and apply while designing and presenting the training course. Also, if we have to talk about curriculum concerns in the agriculture sector, many agriculture graduates are working as instructor in technical schools, but what I have observed is there is still lacking in the industrial experience. And as a result, this course is beneficial in designing a curriculum and also the importance of developing pedagogical skills with the instructor. Likewise, being a technical student, we have to always speak the fact with fact and figures. And also, while working in a real field, we must have idea on how policy has to be made and how it has to be implemented. And this course develops on how to be an entrepreneur, so we can start our own agri enterprise, as well as we can facilitate others to develop their entrepreneur skills. And also, this program has enhanced my personal skills, as well as the interpersonal skills like communications and how to collaborate with others, and also the leadership skills through different webinars that KU has organizing. And I have also joined in the different webinars, which has built the confidence level of mine. And being from this agriculture sector, we all are wondering that we all have might have a question in our mind that about what jobs we'll get after completing this course. And my answer for this question would be, we can be a self entrepreneur, also we can be an agriculture researcher, a TVET instructor and designer. We can work in different NGOs with this with the TVET course. We can enhance our skills, and some of the organization already started seeking MTVET graduate in their organizations. And moreover, this course helped me to top up my career through building leadership and innovation. And overall, I would say this course has changed my mentality also on how to study, how to conduct research, and how to think, and how to develop my personal skills also. After completing MTVET, we can excel our competency by utilizing our technical knowledge based on agriculture in relating with the TVET sector. Along with this technical education, we can link up our knowledge and experience in MTVET. And frankly speaking, Nepalese market as well as international market also demands the TVET graduates. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you, Richa Khadka, for focusing what the agriculture student can, being an agriculture student and enrolling in MTVET has done in her personal life as well as and enhanced her professional life as well. So no doubt we have many students from the varieties of field in MTVET. We have the students from abroad as well. In our batch, we have two students. One is from Benin and one is from Sudan. What are her experiences? We have the student from Benin, that is, she is Nathalie Agbahidi. She has joined our MTVET 2020, and she has also international experience of learning as well, and how she feels and how she is feeling enrolling in MTVET, and are her expectations are meeting enrolling the MTVET. So I'd like to request Nathalie Agbahidi to present her sharing further.
Okay, thank you, Indra, sir. Thank you, those who initiated this specific webinar. And here is, like Indraji has said, I'm Nathalie Agbahide. I'm from Benin, and I have my bachelor in English teaching. So many of you will ask why an English teacher has joined this MTVET programs. So when we take the scenario of our country, we see that our government is vowed to promote a sustained agriculture and industrial development. And when we seek also for the youth in our country, most of them are underemployed. And also, when we look at those who are involved in TVET system in our country, there are a few people who are planners or who are TVET leaders in our country. And as a teacher, while seeking as our government is intended to promote this sustained agriculture, I find that it is an important tool for youth development, So I have decided to enroll myself in TVET so that I can contribute to this sustainable agriculture promotion. And to be a planner or a leader of my TVET, my country's TVET, I need to be familiarized with TVET principle, approaches, and some international practices, so that based on those international can participate as Agnes France 2015 has said, you can't transform something that you don't understand. So I can't participate in my country's TVET development or improvement if I don't have some knowledge about TVET system. And that's why I have found that it is very good to join this MTVET program in order to in order to sharpen my previous knowledge and experience. So after joining this program, I found that my TVET related knowledge has become broader than what I think. And I can relate the sociology of occupation with the TVET program of my countries. I can give many knowledge about a good what TVET government, a good TVET government should be, how we can develop curriculum, or how we can review the previous curriculum that the system is using. And also I have improved my conceptualization skills, like how to analyze a situation, how to collect data. And I think that in also through this course, I will have this MTVET course will enable me to take better decision about TVET improvement and innovation through in my country, through the application of TVET leadership tools and strategies. Also, this MTVET program provides me the capacity to evaluate TVET programs, as well as to suggest improvement actions. And finally, this course, this MTVET program has helped me in the to contribute in the future to the revitalization of my country's TVET. And what I can add is that firstly, before joining a program, if whether it is a MTVET program or others program, we need firstly to focus on what inspired us to join this specific program. When we take, for example, MTVET program, if we want to become a researcher or a planner or a leader, as my vision or my aspiration, we can join this MTVET course because it provides many competencies and many skills that can enhance or improve our knowledge about TVET, so that we can contribute really to the improvement of our country's TVET. Through this course, we have the entrepreneurial skills, research competencies, and others. Those skills like leadership skills who can help us better to be a good leader for our country's TVET development or our countries in order to participate in the poverty reduction of our country. So that I will stop there. Thank you, Indra sir, and thank you, Matt sir, for this opportunity.
Thank you, Nathalie. Now she has focused what the MTVET can be utilized, or how the MTVET can be utilized in her own country to be a leader, to be a manager, or to be a TVET researcher. And on this middle session, I would like to request the participant if they have any type of queries and questions regarding the MTVET program of Kathmandu University School of Education. They can have the open questions to us. If we can, we'll answer, or if we cannot, then we have our MTVET coordinators and our dean. They will help you to clarify on your problems or the things that you are going to know. So if you have any questions, quickly we can take some of the questions regarding the MTVET. Please, if anyone have any question regarding our MTVET program. Or you can post your question in your yes sir, yes, Kirendra Yadav sir.
Hello sir, namaskar. Good evening
Namaste,
to all
sir.
of you.
Good evening.
I'm Kirendra Yadav. I'm working in Helveta's SAMI project right now. I have pursued electrical engineering from Jaipur National University, Rajasthan, Jaipur, India. Sir, when I did my bachelor in electrical engineering, then I went to Saudi for work. At that time, I felt, so many difficulties in work because I was not understanding the importance of TVET sector that time. But when I came back in Nepal after working in Saudi, then I came to know about CTVT and TVET sector. Then I started working in TVET sector too. In Pathiwara Himalayan Polytechnic Institute, I was working as a program coordinator for so many TVET programs under organizations like Ensure. It is also under Helvetas, event, and other organizations who were giving short-term trainings. At that time, I came to know that TVET sector is very important. Likewise, other than regular academic courses. Just I came to know that we are just taking mobile phones with so many features, but we don't know to use the or we don't apply all the features in our life of that mobile phone. We spend lakhs around to buy mobile phones, but we use only for calling purpose or just for video watching and other things. It is same like academic education. We are spending so much on academic and academic educations, but we don't have proper skills. I'm not talking about everyone. Just I have my feelings about academic qualification. We take educations by practical sessions and theory classes, but we are lagging proper skills. I was lagging proper skills in academic sessions. After completing my engineering, I was completely blank that what to do and what not to do. Either this course is beneficial for me or not. I was thinking about I have done my engineering, but skills it was lagging for me. Mainly maybe it can be that for bachelor courses
In might be there is some technical problem with the Yadav sir, so we can take his queries later. You can proceed.
Okay. Okay, sir. We have a question in the chat box as well, sir. That is, I read in the course brochure that there are two options in the program. Can you tell me if you write a master's in TVET management or pedagogy on the final certificate, or you just write masters in TVET. Thank you very much. I think in my opinion, we have to separate into stream. That is, one is management and leadership, and the second one is pedagogy from our second semester as well onwards. And after completing both, either from the TVET management and leadership, or from the pedagogy, we are masters in TVET. Pedagogy and the management and leadership, they have only some few subjects in different, but many other common subjects, they come together. So this is my answer. And Jivak sir, if you want to add something in this regard.
Thank you, Indraji. You did much more clarify. Thank you. That's it.
Yeah, Kirendra sir, he was asking that he was bachelor in electrical engineer, and he also have worked as a program coordinator in some of the school as well. So we are the same, Kirendra sir. We are also working as a program coordinator in some of the school. And while working for TVET schools, we come to know that we have the technical knowledge and the skills, but we do not have much more managerial and the leadership skills within us. And there are many most aspects in the TVET that the research has not been done. For example, when I was thinking about the different dropout issues in the TVET schools, or the students who have dropped out, and the graduate survey of the TVET, but we cannot find the much more resources that has been done in TVET sector. So there are very few resources that have been done in the TVET sector. So we can be the TVET researcher, as you told that you have worked as a program coordinator in the TVET school, and you are working as a in Helvetas as well. We have some of the TVET participants who are working in Helvetas as well. I think you know him. You know her. She's Chandu Rana. She's also working in Helvetas.
Yes,
and she has enrolled in MTVET program as well. And I think as being a electrical engineer, you need some of the pedagogical and the managerial knowledge to enhance your professional life if you want to work in the TVET sector. So I think this would be your perfect choice for your career growth, I think.
Yes, sir. Yes, Indraji, thank you, sir. Thank you for your suggestion. Actually, my internet connection was off, so I did not complete my watch. I'll not take so much time.
Okay,
first
sir.
of all, I would like to thank Sunila ma'am for enrolling me in this program. Yes, Chandu Rana ji is also my colleague. She's working in Helvetas Sami. In the same way, I'm also working there. I was completing my that about TVET sector. Yes, it has really TVET sector is good according to me. And actually, I was searching for a master's program to do something, and I came to know about this one. I'm very excited to join, and thank you very much for giving me chance to speak. Thank you, sir. And if you can tell me that if there is any specific courses regarding in MTVET, so for me, it would be better, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Kirendra sir. Just we're talking about the MTVET program. Just we are in second semester, and up to that level, we have some of the specific subjects that are related to the TVET sector. Like TVET, we can have the TVET policies, monitoring and evaluation conducted in TVET as well, work and occupation, linking of the labor market, how to link the labor market and the present scenario of the education, and so on. So we have two streams, as I have talked earlier. That is, one is management and leadership, and another is pedagogy. And if you want to be a TVET leader and manager, you can take management and leadership stream. And if you want to go to the core pedagogical stream, that is teaching and learning, how to develop the curriculum, and so on. On the pedagogical, you can take the pedagogical stream. These are the two streams of MTVET for now, I think. This is the thing that we come to know till date, and we are very satisfied joining this MTVET, as it is building up our professional career in and leading us towards the management and leadership way that we have chosen in second semester. So thank you, Kiran sir, for your questions, and I think I have I have tried some of the things to satisfy your question. If you have something, then Jivak sir can further, or Maisnath sir can further clarify on your queries as well. If there are other questions as well, I'm from General Samkaji Shrestha sir is writing. I'm from General Education stream. How will MTBET program help me in learning education sector, or it's related to TVET? Yes, thank you, Samkaji sir, for the question. As we have other participants who are working as a who are from the general education stream and are enrolling in MTBET program. As the MTBET program is not specific to the technical education. For example, we do not get the knowledge of civil engineering, electrical engineering, or other physics theories, chemistry theories, but we corely study about the TVET sector and corely about the TVET courses that we are going to enroll after enrolling in the MTVET program. As you have told that I am also the general science background student. As after working in TVET schools, I got some of the opportunities to get the knowledge about the TVET, but this was not complete for me to be a TVET leader and TVET manager in some TVET schools. So after enrolling MTVET, I came to know that this is the stream that each and every people can join. There is no any boundary, and there is no any specific limit of the subject. As you are the student of education background, there are many things that we come to learn from the education background as well. There are the theory and practices as in education as well we learn, but on the specific subject to the TVET. In other education stream, we learn for the specific teaching and learning methods only, but we come across the generalized specific of the TVET sector in MTVET. So being education background students does not make you any difference to enroll in this MTVET subject, I think. Jivak sir, do you want to add something?
Thank you, Indraji. So I will add later. So let's proceed for our remaining presentation.
Okay. Now, going forward to our sharing session, I would like to request our Basudev Timinsina sir, who has done his automobile engineering and has working in Hyundai, Lakshmi Hyundai, as a training manager, training coordinator, and is our MTVET 2020 colleagues. So I want to ask him to share a few words regarding his experience in MTVET.
Thank you so much, Indra sir. So I'll talk in brief my career aspirations till now and why I did join this MTVET program shortly. Forgive me, I'm not very well. I want to introduce myself as an automobile technician. I started my career as a technician and currently managing training operations for preparing qualified people for my organization, that is Lakshmi Hyundai. The endeavors are always to catch up with latest technology and continuously getting upgraded into the product and services. And these emerging trends continuously demand a very high level of knowledge and technical know-how. Not only the technical part, but also need to work on employability skills. Transfer of skill is quite challenging. Even tacit knowledge transfer is more challenging than explicit. According to World Economic Forum, that 65% of today's children will work in jobs that do not exist yet. This is quite surprising fact that they have come up with. And one of the educationist and scholar, John Dewey, stated that if we teach today as we have been taught yesterday, we will rob our children of tomorrow. That is why we need a innovative combination of technical, pedagogical, and content knowledge, or say technology integration in our TVET. Also, partly I engaged in activities of some of the activities in CTVT and NSTV in their curriculum revision and preparation of national competency standard as an invitee guest voluntarily, as I am a member of sector skill committee of automobile as well. And beside core technical skills, as I have completed diploma in automobile engineering in 2005 and practitioner in this field till date, my realization was I'm in need of something extra knowledge so that I can be better perform in the training operations and some of the managerial aspect I also gained during my MBA, though that was, I feel now, not sufficient. And working professionally in human resource training and development, I thought about the importance of the TVET sector, integrating blended learning with upskilling, reskilling, and upskilling is quite challenging. I realized the need of more learning, and hence I realized the necessity of studying TVET. And I also thought, like, doesn't we need a strategic technical education and vocational training approach? And who will do that? I think it's us. I believe we are the leaders of TVET in Nepal. Even if not much contribute to the nation, I believe we will be able to provide quality work delivery wherever we are, wherever we engaged in TVET area. And for the TVET enthusiast, there can be small packages of training, instructional design, and so on, which are scattered in the market, and not that is sufficient in comparison to masters in TVET. This way is far better in terms of knowledge, in terms of degree, and in terms of career path. Several strategies I learned during TVET, like aligning training strategically, skill mismatch, industry academia linkages, ways of increasing employability, organizational learning, curriculum development, self-directed and workplace oriented learning, exploring opportunities, overcoming the obstacles by using different options, and so on and so on. So many things. So they are quite highly relevant to the sector where I'm working, and we should be contributing effective utilizations of expenditure in the TVET, whether like government budget and donor fundings or any organizational expenses, effectively and efficiently. These are some of the key ideas that I can directly implement in the organization where I work. And now I think my decision to join MTVET was right. Kathmandu University School of Education provides excellent learning opportunities. I am grateful to the KUSOK for exceeding my learning expectation. No doubt it has the best curriculum, integrated various aspects of TVET, but also the most importantly, best learning methodologies to impart the knowledge on the students. So I feel proud choosing this career path and grateful to the KUSOT. Now, I think those who are thinking of joining it, turn is yours. I highly recommend to join this degree. No doubt on you. Once you pass out MTVET, you are a competent HR in a TVET. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Basudev sir, for enlightening what the MTVET has done to you and what can it do to others as well. So, talking about the teaching and learning methodologies in Kusur, I come up across the many new innovative ideas taught by our teachers. We are not focused to rote learning. We learn by practicing, we learn by doing in Kusur, that is Kathmandu University School of Education. The topic research methodology and writing thesis and proposal about the TVET sector itself is a beauty of this course and of this program as well. So it directs us and focuses us towards the TVET sector and finding some resources and doing some resources on the TVET sector. So continuing on this webinar, I would like to request our Raju Dakal sir for presenting his valuable experiences on MTVET and his that has changed his academic and professional life as well.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Just give me a few minutes to get connect.
Dear friends, if you have any queries, then you can post it on the chat box. We'll take those questions on the last of our session as well. So please, if you have any questions, please you can post it on the chat box as well.
Am I audible?
Yeah, it's audible as well and it's visible as well.
Okay. Thank you. So I'm taking my turn. So because we are already aware of the scope of this particular webinar, so let me not go through the formal session. So let me get directly into my topic. So here I am just to share my experience. See, I'm not expert. So it has been only 1 year I have been enrolled in this particular course. So with the experience of this particular very few months, so I'm going to share what I have earned in this particular course, during this course. So yeah, the title of my presentation is My TVET Journey and Experience Sharing. So before getting into the things, let me introduce myself. So I'm Raju Dakal. So I was born back in Gorkha, and I happened to complete all my educational degrees in Kathmandu. So I completed my bachelor in chemistry. Of course, my major was chemistry. So back in 2007, then I got enrolled in MSc, doing my chemistry further, so which I completed in 2011. So as others as well, so I happened to enroll in schools. So at that time, I happened to enroll in schools as a part-time teacher. Then I finally got myself into the job. I worked there as a full-time teacher. I happened to spend quite a lot here. And finally, I happened to got a chance to get connected with one of the TVET Institute in Buraninkantha, where I'm residing these days. So I have been working, recently I have been working as a program coordinator in Buraninkantha Technical School. So it has been few years, I joined there in 2017. So it is 5-6 years. So I'm presenting all these things on the basis of those experiences and how my career is smoothly running, because I happen to choose TVET for the smooth running of my career, or at least it helped me to establish in my sector. So moving to the presentation. So BTS, also known as Buraninkantha Technical School, it is a TVET institute which is established in text modality. So text modality is technical education in community school. So yes, it is a community school, and the program was given and with the same infrastructure, same resources, we run the program. So it is located in Brainconte Municipality, Ward number 3. So it is established back in 2016, and on the very first year, we do have only one program, which is a diploma in computer engineering, and on the following year, so we happen to add one more program, which is a diploma in civil engineering. So that's how we have been running 2 programs in diploma, civil engineering and computer engineering. So we do have 48 seats in each. So the main motto, the main vision of this particular program to run this particular program in a community school like ours is to link the education with the skill. When you link education with the skill, then only you can link skill with employment, and then employment with labor, and labor with production. So that is our motto. And with the same motto, we are running and we are trying to do whatever we are supposed to do. So as a program coordinator, so I was assigned a few jobs. Like I was responsible for organizational planning and coordination. Likewise, I was also supposed to schedule and organize meetings. So I'm also supposed to coordinate and supervise the teaching and non-teaching staffs. Likewise, there are so many policies implementation. So especially we are governed by TVET. So it has got certain policies. However, there are some norms, regulation of the particular institute as well. So ensuring all those policies has been implemented, it has been practiced well. So I'm the responsible person for that. So likewise, regarding the purchase or approve the purchase of equipment and supplies, and maintaining budget and tracking expenditures, update records and create proposal. Why I'm disclosing all this description is I just want to get connected with the things. Why we are here? Because we want to earn certain skills which we were lacking. So these are the jobs that I was supposed to do. So with the time, what I found is there are certain hurdles. There are certain barriers in my profession due to which I'm lacking my smoothness. I'm lacking my competency. The program was not running properly because there were so many hurdles to break. Like I was always there. We just have to deal with the big issue of student enrollment, like I told you. So if I have to be very true, then we started the program with only 14 students at the first year. So during the initiation of the program, there were only 14 students, meaning that we were not able to collect students. We were not able to convince our one student to go through the to have this shift from general education to technical education. So everyone talks about technical education, but when it comes to the application level, then the scenario is quite different. Likewise, the retention of technical staff was a huge challenge. So there will be teachers, they will be there, and they will come there for 3 months, for hardly a semester, for a year, and finally they will get back to their one profession. Like sometimes they just want to move ahead with their one career, because especially in our program we do have engineers. So engineers will not continue in this particular profession unless and until they find a very specific reason to continue with the profession. So retention of technical staff was a huge challenge. Likewise, insufficient equipment and supplies. We have to deal with the actors and stakeholder management. Who were our actors? Who were the stakeholder? How to manage all those things? And of course, yes, there was written on the paper, like I just discussed earlier, linking education to skill to employability. Employability to labor market to production. So it was quite easy to write this thing in paper, but during the implementation phase, it was a huge challenge. So there was a need in paradigm shift. We were in general education. No one wants to come into TVET education. However, they know the good side of the TVET. But having said that, they were not experimenting themselves. The guardian were not very assured of this thing, whether they should be shifting their children's education from general field to the technical field, and so on. So all these hurdles were to be tackled properly. So these were very challenging for me during those times. So later on, when I get into my job, so after a few years of experience, then I happen to know that I need certain competencies to break all these hurdles. Unless and until I own these particular competencies, these skills, I'm not able to address all those problems that I'm getting. I'm not able to run the organization smoothly. Whatever job I'm supposed to do, I'm not able to deliver it in a good way, or let's say perfectly. So I do have to earn certain competencies. That's how I happen to know all these things. So when I am into the profession, when I have to deal with this thing in daily basis, then I happen to know, okay, only the degree is not enough. Degree in paper and the knowledge, the skills, the attitude in real working environment is quite different. So I was looking for an opportunity to collect, to grab, to earn all these competencies, if possible, in one package. If not, I'm ready to break down the things. And that's how I happen to know about TVET. That's how I get into TVET. So while I was looking for a complete package, or let's see the way to address my limitation, then one of the friends, or let's say there were few friends, so who were seniors, they already have enrolled in this particular program. Then I happen to know about TVET through those friends. Then I went through the website, I went through the curriculum, the course outline, which is present over there. I checked it, I double checked it, whether I'm getting into the right thing or not. So I just want to make sure whether whatever I need is being delivered with this particular program or not. So when everything is according to my need, when I think it exactly fits into my necessities, then I happily got enrolled in this particular course, TVET. And the thing I would like to add is, yes, I happily got enrolled and I'm still happy, meaning that I'm getting whatever I need to. So I'm quite satisfied through the courses, the design of the courses, the content that has been delivered, and other things. So what I'm experiencing, see, this is only the experience sharing on basis of my 1 year experience. So it has been only 1 year. So we are in the verge to complete our second semester. So with the experience of this particular 1 year, what I can assure is there are so many things to get encounter with, to get to know with. But during this 1 year time, I happened to learn a lot about leadership, and leadership is what I was lacking. So running an organization was not quite easy. So there has to be decision made on good ground. Sometimes it has to be very rough and tough, because every decision may not be favorable to every staffs at that point of time. How the proper leadership can be done, what a good leader has to be doing in his tenure period. So what are the possible ways to address the necessities of his employee? So these are the leadership skill which I happen to learn. Yes, I'm still learning, but at least now I can say, oh, I have this quality, so that I can be a better one. I can be a better one. What I used to be, I'm better than before. So on this ground, I can easily tell it this. So likewise, I happen to learn so many managerial principles, values, the way it has to be done, the managerial skills. Likewise, I happen to, because I'm totally pure science student, I do not know anything about human resources management, human capital, and human resource information system. Nothing. I was unaware of all these things. And without these things, it's very difficult to run an organization. Yes, there was a degree, but having degree was not enough to run an organization the way it has to be. That's how all these experiences are helping me as a program coordinator, to run my organization, to run our organization properly. Likewise, there was a very good lesson about time management. We happen to know this time management very properly, in very efficient way. Likewise, quality assurance system. So hardly we know about this thing, how the quality has to be assured. First of all, why the quality has to be assured? Because yes, there was examination process. There will be examination every year. The better student will pass. We will focus on the poorer students. So that was our strategy. But later on, I came to find out that, so there is a quality assurance system, there is quality assurance mechanism, there is monitoring and evaluation, there is internal one, there is external one, and the exciting factor is you call it auditing as well. There is monitoring auditing as well, quality auditing. So I was quite unknown about this particular thing. Yes, I have heard about auditing, but what is quality auditing? I was quite unknown about this thing. But right now, oh, I know this thing, and I can easily implement such practices in my organization so that the organization performs better, so that my employee, together with my employee, our employee, we can go for in a progressive way. We can perform better. Likewise, so entrepreneurship skills. So we always try to get a job. So whenever we do have a degree, we always go for a job. So we get enriched with the qualities, with the skills, and we always go in the hunt of job. We never thought of creating a job. And unless and until you create a job, you are not a TVET expert. You cannot contribute a lot in TVET. So entrepreneurship skills, entrepreneurship development is one of the huge area that I happen to get in. So I can easily implement these practices, or let's say at least I can tell my students to think this way. You can be the one to develop a new job, to create a job. Rather than looking for a job, you can create your own job. That's how you can work for the prosperity of your locality, of your community, of your local areas, and thereby in a larger scenario, in a larger view, we can deal with the economic development of the country as well. So entrepreneurship is what I learned in this 1 year course, 1 year's experience. Likewise, stakeholder management. So being a government school, there are so many stakeholders which I was unknown of. So unless and until we could manage our stakeholder, it's very difficult to ask for what we exactly need. There might be political parties, there might be local government, there might be other employer who will give our student the job opportunities, or let's say they will go there for on-the-job training and so on. So unless and until we manage our stakeholder, so the organization cannot perform well. And finally, the research methodology. So it's not about doing research. Okay, for the, let's say, to complete your master's degree, to complete your, let's say, PhD. Research is a way to know the things, what is there, what is lacking, what are the gaps, and how those gaps can be completed. Like I have earlier told you, so we do have the problem of low enrollment. So the problem was we were not looking into the scenario, looking into the background. Why this particular program has always got low enrollment? What are the reasons behind that? What are the general practices till the now? Where we are lacking? How those gaps can be fulfilled? So this is what I happen to learn. Now, in every issue, there can be some findings, there can be some research. So these are some of the things, these are some of the areas which I happen to explore once I am a TVET scholar, when I get into this TVET program. So yeah, like I told you, it's been only 1 year, there are so much to explore. So I'm sure on the days to come, I'll be exploring something more. But at present, I happen to get one thing. There is one deep understanding in me that the current scenario is quite different. The parents, they are guided by the mindset of 19th century. The teachers, we have been working in, let's say, schools, colleges, they have been guided with the mindset of 20th century. And the problem is the students who are going to work in market tomorrow, they have to face the challenges of 21st century. Look at the gap over here. There is a huge gap. That's why whatever we are going to deliver is not being there. The students are not grabbing it because there is huge difference in mindset. So we need to break this. And how this can be broken? The only answer is the knowledge of TVET, because for the country like ours, the developing country, TVET is only the master key. Yes, no doubt, education is the key to success. Education is key to any type of development. But for the developing country like ours, TVET education, not only education, TVET education is that particular master key which can unlock, which can transfer the world of labor, which can connect our education to skills, skills to employability, employability to production. And when there will be production, no doubt your economy, your poverty level will rise up. We will be a prosperous community. We will develop a prosperous nation because TVET has got that power. So this ensures the importance, the significance, the rationale of the TVET. So maybe understanding all these things, the government is also doing well. From last few years, government is exercising vigorously to develop the TVET Institute. This is what the facts and figures shows. So all the local level, there are so many new institute which has been recently established. Every province has got large number of TVET provider. It could be in terms of short-term training, in terms of academic courses, and other forms as well. So there are so many new TVET institutes which has been established, and all these facts and figure shows one thing, that at least maybe this may not be enough, but for now we can be proud of that almost to every province level there is TVET. There is institute to provide TVET. But the problem is, here is the problem. The problem is maybe there is the bitter fact. The other bitter fact and figure is maybe there are adequate number of technical workforce, but many of them lack the managerial skills. We don't have the managerial skill. We do have our qualification, that's fine, but only qualification is not enough. At least my experience told that. I happen to know that we do lack very strong leadership quality in our organization, so that there can be a paradigm shift, because we are always governed by our ancient thought and views. We always think this is what it has to be done because it has been practiced till now. So this is our older practice, and it's very risky to adopt the new one, new strategy. So we have to follow it. So there need a person, a leader who can go for the shift from the traditional concept to the concept that is required to deal with the problem of 21st century. We do have monitoring and evaluation experts, but are they enough? So yes, we belong to CTVT. We are the text school under CTVT, and hardly there will be CTVT officers in our school for the monitoring and evaluation process. because the number is very less. The CTVT employee themselves will accept this fact. There is very limited number of monitoring and evaluation experts. So why not? Why not next? We be the next. So there are a handful TVET researchers. So like I have been telling, so whenever we go for any new organization, any new institute, do we really go for the research? Do we conduct any research whether that organization is required in that place or not? What sort of people are residing over there? What are their needs? What kind of local, let's say, informal skills, formal skills do they have? Whenever there is graduation, where the graduate will go to practice? Have we done any research? Or we have been just increasing the number of TVET institute? So where are those TVET researchers? We do lack them. Likewise, where is the entrepreneurial mind? We always look for some job. If we do not find in our country, we move to abroad. We move to possibly America, if not Australia, if not other country of the Europe, because we want some proper job. Have we ever thought of developing, creating a new job? It should not be a new one, but develop, create your one job. So do we have those entrepreneurial mind? I think we have got very limited. How many Binod Chaudhary we do have? So what are those, how many figures are there which can be role model? We have developed their one entrepreneurship. So likewise, we do have very handful instructional designer. Yes, we always do tell about curriculum. Okay, this curriculum is not good. This curriculum is not good enough. It is not addressing our need according to our soil. We have been complaining, but have we ever tried to be one of them? Can't we develop ourselves as the instructional designer so that we can design our curriculum, the courses according to our need? So see, the government is implementing the local curriculum in our school as well. So are we designing that? Have we ever thought of that? So there are lots and lots of areas. So if these are some bitter facts, then it's already the time to manage it, to overcome it. And how that can be done? That can be done by enrolling yourself in MTVET. So is MTVET your cup of tea? While saying this, I mean to say that, are you willing to join MTVET? If you want to be one of them, if you want to be educator, innovator, leader, planner, analyst in TVET, you should. If you want to be one of the instructional designer, then you should. If you want to be the manager of TVET, then definitely you should. If you want to start your one entrepreneurship, if you want to have the entrepreneurial mind, then yes, definitely you should. If you want to be researcher in TVET, and if you want to be monitoring and evaluation experts, this is your cup of tea. So there might be others. So for now, this is what I could collect. So on the basis of my experience. So yes, if you want to be any one of these, you should join MTVET. It's never less. And any field, the bachelor degree holder from any field can come to this program. So you should not be an engineer, you should not be a technical manpower, because there is TVET in every corner of the country. If you are selling the groceries, there is TVET. If you are opening a tea shop somewhere at the corner of the street, there is TVET. Everywhere there is TVET. TVET is the core part of our nation. So unless and until we think about TVET, we develop TVET mind, we develop the TVET mindset of our neighborhood, then we cannot progress. So if you are thinking to be one of them, then TVET is the thing. So come to, yes, KU, Kathmandu University. The schools of education is offering the program, and you can enjoy the TVET mindset. And thank you, and I would be more than happy to take any of your feedback, queries, and so on. Thank you, Indra sir.
Okay, thank you, Raju sir, for presenting concise and very beautiful presentation regarding MTVET and its possibilities and its advantages to the students who are going to enroll in the days to come. So we are also running out of time. So quickly, I will invite our Jivak sir to say some of the things that MTVET and Kathmandu University is practicing. Okay, I'll provide the floor to Jivak sir.
Yeah, thank you, Indraji. I'm not going to take a long, it's only a few minutes. And I'm very happy to see the audience from the participants from the Nepal, Pakistan, Palestine, Benin and Sudan. Well, now we all know about our graduate students have already explored about what sort of things that you can achieve after joining the MTVET and to have the very great career. But at this point, I would like to highlight with some evidence. This master in TVET launching in Kathmandu University School of Education since 2018. So we completed the third batch, and we are going to have the fourth batch from this coming August. So our evidence, our students got promoted in their job. There are a few students who got promoted because of skills, competencies, that highlighted by the Rajuji. Because in this MTVET course, you are going to explore the lots of subjects from the multi-dimension perspectives. So they got promoted. Also, some of the students who also do have the master degree before joining to MTVET, but without any job. But after doing MTVET, even though he or she is not graduated yet, but they already got a job in province level in the TVET field. So this is a very great news for us. And of course, our first batch students, second batch students, third batch students has been involved, very, very actively engaged in various TVET-based institutions as an instructor, as a researcher, as a manager. So this is what the MTVET is all about. And of course, currently we do have the few interns. I think it's it's 8 who is working as interns in the international organization in the TVET field. So this is our evidence that we'd like to share with all of you. What makes this possible? Actually, I would like to go back. This makes possible because our MTVET consists of these various subjects. We do have the education background subjects, we do have the research-based subjects, we do have the specialized subject from the principles to the work-based learning. This is a much more than the internship. This is much more than the OJT. And of course, we do have the 1 week a long field trip where you are going to visit different Tibet-based school out of the Kathmandu and going to collect the empirical data to know about something. And of course, we do have a 2 stream. One is Tibet pedagogy, one is about Tibet system. The details is also uploaded in our websites. So this is all about. So this is our evidence, and I'm expecting to see, actually our team is expecting to see furthermore in future. We are prefer to go beyond the box. At this point, our students are from different part of the world, and within this pandemics, we have been providing the quality educations from the virtual mode as we are doing this seminar. So with this, I would like to hand over this floor to the Indraji. Thank you, Indraji.
Okay. Thank you, Jivak sir, for providing some of the insights of the MTVET and its graduate scholars. And I want to focus on one thing, that MTVET program have various type of scholarship as well. I was one of the candidate to get full scholarship to study MTVET in 2020 batch. So we have many chances of getting a scholarship according to our capacities and in the scholarship areas. So there may be different chances for you as well. Now for today's at the last of the today's program, I would like to request Professor Mona Prasad Wagle sir for keeping his closing remarks on the today's webinar and making his closing remarks as well. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Indra Mani Dakalji. I was requested by Dr. Jivak to give a closing remark, and I accepted it. Thank you very much, including the Dean and all the participants in this program. I listened to you all, your experiences, and the kind of, you see the importance of TVET in Nepal. You see, our motto is to make a TVET sector vibrant. This is what our program tells. So our mission is to prepare the TVET leaders, managers, planners, researchers, whatever you call it, instructional designers, right? That's what we do, because we produce pedagogues. The pedagogues do all these things. Pedagogues are those people who lead the sector. And that means in our concern today is the TVET, and through TVET we produce TVET leaders in Nepal. So this is what our mission is about. Now you see, we have very few trained human resources in our industry sector. As you can see, many industries in Nepal are family-based. They don't have any training. They might have good education from abroad, but on their own trade, not on the pedagogy, not on the designing, not on the, you see, the kind of evaluation, assessment, monitoring, like that. So you see, in this kind of situation, our TVET graduates can contribute a lot, not only to the education sector, but to the you see the industry sector in planning and research, planning, development, research, I should say. So you see, we're not directly producing plumbers, we're not directly producing electricians, but to those trades, to those industries who handle the kind of trades, like there are so many trades we have today under CTVT. So we produce human resources to govern, to guide, to lead the sector in a very smooth way. So we always, you see, focus on the planning and management. You can see the courses in TVET, planning and management, leadership, right? And you see specifically focus on TVET program, including both courses, general education and the TVET courses. We always at Kushore, we always you see focus you see to serve the nation and to help promote the employability. So this program, not only this program, Kushore graduates are highly employed. In many cases, like you already told us, Jivakji already mentioned that in many cases they have career promotions before time. Before time, I should repeat this, right? This is our evidence. Another is that you see, Nepal is preparing, like you must have heard the budget of this year. There is a program to, you see, to strengthen the CTVT and making CTVT a leader in TVET. Now the you see National Skill Testing Board, NSTB, maybe you see in the near future it would be turned into a National Qualification Authority, because Nepal is now you see working on National Qualification Framework and the National Vocational Qualification Framework. Once the NSTB becomes the NQA, or there could be an independent National Qualification Authority, then you see this program will be of much demand, because they require technical, you see, experts in those areas. So we don't have human resources to work for the NQAs. So you see, MTEP graduates can get benefited immediately after they get their degree. And the government also has a policy of, you see, making Nepal's education 70% TVET based and 30% general education based. So like in Raju Dhakal's presentations, it is beautiful, right? I like everybody's presentation, especially I thank Raju Dhakalji for his deliberate presentation on TVET sector, including the TVET. So you see, those 70% technical education concept of the government, who will fulfill that that goal if we do not produce, you see, the graduates today. So that is why we are focusing on TVET program. Maybe you see tomorrow we can also have MPhil in TVET and PhD in TVET programs. That you can grow there, and you can lead the whole TVET sector of the country. That's why I urge, you see, the aspiring students, if they want to have entrepreneurship, if they want to stand on their own, if they want to have, you see, employment immediately after they, you see, complete their degree, please come join KU TVET program. We have only limited seats, 25 seats, new interns, but we encourage, if you wish to come and demonstrate your capability and become an entrepreneur in the future, you're always welcome. One thing I would like to you see comment on Raju Dhakal's presentation. He presented very well. Thank you, Raju Dhakalji. I was also expecting from Raju Dhakal that what KUSOT should do in the future to promote MTVET program and the quality of MTVET program. So our students, I request you not to be silent. Come forward. Tell us the kind of weaknesses we might have. We will, you see, gradually reform them too. With this, I will stop my saying. Over to you, Indra Mani Dhakalji. Thank you.
Hey, thank you, sir. Thank you for your brief explanation about what the MTVET is and what it can do to the enrolled students in the future. Okay, regarding now, I think we are running out of our time. We have taken 10 more minutes than the expected. So I think if you have any questions, then we can take few questions shortly and we can wrap up the session. If you have any queries regarding the MTVET and the enrollment process or something else, you can ask our MTVET coordinator Jivak sir, and then we can wrap up the session. If you have any questions, please. If you have, then if you do not have, then we can wrap up the session. Jivak sir?